It's not just cold outside, guys. It's cold when it comes to the ratings for Love Island All Stars. So apparently last night, Love Island All Stars pulled in roughly 800,000 viewers, which is not great, but it's on ITV2, so you're not really going to draw in millions. But the problem is, The Traitors on BBC One pulled in 4 million. And The Traitors Uncloaked, which is the Traitors version of Love Island Aftersun, pulled in more viewers than Love Island All Stars. So that isn't great news for Love Island All Stars. I know we're only 4 days in to Love Island All Stars, but I just get a feeling that perhaps people are not as excited about it as the producers were hoping they were going to be. And it would seem to me that the problem with Love Island All Stars, thus far for me anyway, is the format itself. I think the fact that they've all done Love Island before is actually turning out to be rather a disadvantage, because there's no excitement about them getting to know each other because they have a common bond. Their common bond is Love Island. They know how the show works. They know it's manipulated reality. So in many ways I feel like we're actually watching kind of actors rather than contestants, because there's definite moments where you just think this has surely been manipulated to keep people on the edge of their seats. People are certainly speculating this is the case with Callum and Molly. People are saying that they broke up for Love Island All Stars so they could get together again on Love Island All Stars. Certainly, if you go on Molly's TikTok, right, she has 3 pinned videos at the start of her TikTok page. One of them is a makeup video, but the other 2 all feature Callum, and they all have millions of views. And it begs the question, if you have broken up with someone who you've been dating and living with for like 3 years, why would you keep those videos pinned up at the top of your page? Surely you'd be like, okay, I better take those down because I'm not with him anymore. But no, she's left them up. And you know this is recent because she's also put videos up there of her on Love Island, or whoever's running her page has put those videos up. So they've been told not to take those pinned videos down, I guess, which you do think, well, if you'd broken up with someone, it wouldn't really leave the videos up because you don't want to give people the wrong impression. But also someone else found a report from ITV that said, you know, they were starting the show in September when they announced it, and then someone else found another report that said Callum and Molly had broken up, and it was literally the same month that ITV announced All Stars, if not a few days later or before. So, yeah, make of that what you will, but there are moments where I wonder, have they actually broken up? And sometimes the conversations they're having, I just think, these are conversations that a couple who've been together for a long time would have, and I feel sometimes like we shouldn't really be privy to them. But that's just my opinion. I'm not sure what's going on with those 2. But it wouldn't surprise me if they do just get back together after Molly does the rounds on Love Island All Stars. She's going to start with Chris, maybe go to a few other people, and then say, oh, I was wrong, I really liked Callum after all, and we're all going to have to go, oh, wow, they're back together. Surprise, surprise. This last bit of news surely cannot be a coincidence. I mean, I know Love Island producers may have some sort of power, but not the power to manipulate the law, because Stephen Bear, Georgia Harrison's ex-boyfriend, who went to prison for creating PRON with her and putting it online, has been released from prison early. He was supposed to be in prison for 22 months. He's been released after 11, coming out looking a bit like, yeah, a member of a terrorist group, but nevertheless, that's how he came out, and came out of prison yesterday, has gone home to be spoilt by his family and celebrate his birthday, and the Love Island producers have decided not to tell Georgia about this. Do you think that's a good idea? Because surely she has a right to know. I'm sure you remember the case. She did a documentary about the case. She wrote a book about it. I'm just wondering whether, is that smart not telling her? Because she's going to find out sooner or later, isn't she? And surely the sooner she knows, the better, so she can deal with it psychologically before she ends up out of the villa, back in the UK, and then someone tells her, by the way, he's out of prison now. The reason I was talking about timing was because I just thought, surely they didn't time this also to coincide with his release from prison. Surely they didn't know about that as well, did they? It can't be possible. Anyway, it certainly gets people talking about the show, but I am concerned that perhaps talking about the show is not going to mean necessarily that people watch the show. And it's a shame, but the thing is, At the moment, guys, it's not pulling in more viewers than Winter Love Island. And everyone was saying how old and tired Winter Love Island was. So maybe the solution here is that nothing. Don't put anything on. Just keep Summer Love Island in the summer. And that's that. I mean, I haven't seen Love Island Games because, it was streaming on Peacock and my VPN didn't work. But apparently that's very good. So maybe just have Love Island Games and Love Island in the summer. And just don't fill this gap here in the winter. Maybe we just don't need it. Maybe we need something else. Think of a different reality show. Think of something a bit more... Just have no more reality shows.